What is your secret sauce to you becoming a full-time trader and for more than 3 years at that?
PTN has helped me a lot in my trading journey. When I first started back then, it was, like I mentioned, no guidance, a lot of trial and error. But PTN has come up with this structured program whereby a proper lesson for me to go through first, 3 to 4 days course, and then besides that, we also have level up session. Level up meaning you can still come back and refresh your memory, because how much can you even absorb in the 3 to 4 days course as compared to you continue to commit yourself into learning continuously and not stopping along the way? Because I'm sure the more you learn, the more you realize that you do not know anything. To be honest, this is how I felt. So I realized that because of my patience, my dedication, in the willingness to continue to learn and grow myself, so that was partly the secret sauce lah, I would say, for me to stay put with PTN for 3 years plus, going to 4 years. In addition to that was because of the benefits of lesser screen time when I do trading. So these are the tools that was offered by PTN. So we have both entry and exit system. The entry system is known as TRU, which has Titan Scanner, Titan Ranger, Oscillator, all sorts, even AutoZone if for those who wants to level up their trading skills. And exit system is known as TMG, Grid Master Pro. This is the best part of my trading experience, because I realized that this is something you cannot get out there, and this is something that belongs to PTN solely. And why I say it's a good point is because it is the one that manages my trade when I was working back then and when I am trading full time right now also, because when I'm spending time with my family, this is the tool that helps me manage my trade. If I want to go out and exercise for my morning walk after sending my kids,
Wow.
I know the trade is still running because it helps me manage it. Yeah.
So trade management, I guess, is very important. It's not just entering a trade and then after that stop loss and take profit, right? It's not just that, right? Like trade management, that means the trade can go on, and there are many ways actually how a trade can be managed and exit, right? Because most people, they just talk about stop loss and take profit, that's it.
From my understanding right now is because we use TMG, so there are many ways to exit in our system as compared to the typical what people use, stop loss or take profit. So we have like 5 to 6 exit strategies that we have. So
5 to 6, yeah?
5 to 6, yeah. I
Not
did
just
my
one or two.
no, not just 1 or 2, 5 to 6. So you can choose based on your level of comfort, how much you are willing to take in your profit or how much you are willing to lose in case it goes really wrong. But in PTN, we talk a lot about risk management, and because we are doing swing trading also, so people need to understand that doing swing trading, it is not just a few seconds trade, it's not just a few minutes trade, it can go up to a few days or maybe 1 week plus. But this is the beauty behind doing swing trading, because when we do swing trading, lowering your anxiety,
It's good for the mind.
it's good for the mind, because you will feel more at peace compared to doing like maybe some people do scalping. If given a choice, I would prefer swing. Scalping only when I see a good setup, then I will take. But if I don't see a good setup, I will avoid, focus on swing trading. Because
But do you actually recommend scalping to beginners? Or how many years you think someone should be trading before they even attempt scalping?
if the person is fully 100% committed in trading and they have a lot of free time to practice in their trading skills, to do scalping, maybe minimum 1 year plus for people who are really full on 100%. But based on my experience, for people who are working full time, maybe you need about 3 years minimum. Like how the company out there put minimum 3 years in order for you to take leadership, right? So yeah, it's the same. Swing is definitely suitable because it manages your emotions also. You don't feel so stressed. Then you have more time to adjust your trades, because
But some people say like, swing trading is boring. It's like, why are you taking so long? I could just put a big lot size. I click and then, you could just within a few minutes or seconds even get big money. What do you say to that?
This is, I would say, up to individual lah. If you're willing to risk a lot, If let's say your capital is only 500,
Okay.
and then you want to put 0.1, I'm not saying it's not wrong. It's up to you because that is your strategy. But
It's
are you
high
willing?
risk.
Yeah, are you willing to risk a lot also at the same time? Yeah, so that will be my question to them.
What is your point of view of? I don't know whether this is something you have heard about, where people actually risk their whole account as part of their strategy. Is that something that you believe in, or would you rather be trading like the pro style, whereby you try to maintain your account, keep on growing and compounding, and then when you take a loss, it's just a small percentage? Because this is the two main ways of risk management that I see. But what do you think about all those things? I mean, as a trader.
I mean, if you are willing to risk your whole account, sorry to say, but that is not discipline to me.
Okay.
For me, you want to trade, you need to be disciplined. Self-discipline is very important. And you must have a plan. So in order for you to stay disciplined, you need to have a plan, stick to your plan. So to trade the pro style, that is definitely one of the safest strategy that I have applied so far. And I would say it's the best lah. Because why do I say that? To trade the pro style, definitely your profits is not a lot. That I agree.
In terms
But
of percentage per month,
in terms
right?
of percentage per month, 5% that we tell people. But some people, they only earn 2 to 3% for
Per
2
month.
months, 3 years experience. For someone who is 2
2
to 3
months
months years
experience.
experience, already 2%, to me is good enough. Because if you to compare with, okay lah, other industries out there who offer you, I don't think you can get that much lah.
I mean, for some of the best hedge funds out there, they are earning about 1.9 to 2% a month. So anybody who can be getting 2%, 3%, to me is good in a month. But of course, some people say they need 20%, 30%. Of course, but the pro style, we have traders also who get more than 10%, right, per month,
Yeah.
and it's possible. So what differentiates those that get lesser and those that get more?
Number one, your time. How much time do you spend to improve in yourself when it comes to trading? How much effort do you put in to learn from your mistakes and then to see what went right and what went wrong and to journal it down? Journal means you need to record down every trade that you take. And then if it goes right, what was it that works? What was it that didn't work? And then can safely say I'm one of them who earn 10% per month, okay? Yeah, so on average I earn about 10%, sometimes 8%, but at least it's enough to me because better than when I started back then, which is only 1 to 2%. But that shows my progress along the way, and I have found a strategy that works for me in order to get 10%.
So you're talking about a strategy that works for you, right? So for another person, right, they need to also find that strategy that works for them, right?
Yes.
That means the strategy must be something that they're comfortable with and goes well with their character and personality. Maybe, is that true?
Yeah, that's very true, correct. Whatever works for me might not work for other people. So whatever works for other people might not work for me. So whatever we teach here in PTN is actually just help you get started. But at the end of the day, you also need to be an independent trader. You need to make the decisions by yourself. Don't tell me you learn something and then at the end of the day, you don't want to do it by yourself. It's like teaching also, same concept. You learn the different teaching strategies.
Yeah.
And then when you take a class, you cannot be 100% copy what other teachers are doing because that strategy might work for her class needs, but it might not work in your class needs. So it's the same for yours because maybe that person is doing shift work, so they can work around different trading sessions that suits them. But maybe for you, you're working 9 to 5. Like for me back then was 9 to 5. So my only free time was either way early in the morning before 7 or at night. So you have to find what works for yourself, definitely, for sure. Because for me to reach to this level, it's not just overnight success. It took me so long, as you can tell, 3 years plus already for me to reach this level. But that says a lot lah, whereby commitment is number 1, discipline is number 2, and lifelong learning. You cannot give up in this. Out there, they are also talking about lifelong learning. But here, if you want to be successful in trading, you want to see your money grow, you want to enjoy the profit that you earn, you need to be committed first. It's like how students out there are learning. You enter uni, you learn for 4 years, straight away you enter a job, are you able to cover back the tuition fees for your uni immediately? No. So it's the same thing down here also. Whatever price that you pay for the program that PTN offer, definitely you cannot pay back immediately. So it's the same concept. You need to be patient in order for you to see the money grow. If you believe in the system, trust the process, have faith in your strategies, it will eventually work.
So at the end of the day, right, it's also about the person growing also, right?
Yes.
That means the person needs to continue to learn, continue to develop, upskill, gain more experience, and continue to learn some more, right? So,
Yes.
but this takes time, right? Definitely, right?
Definitely.
But is it worth it?
It's definitely worth it. Yeah, of course, it works for me. It is worth it because it's a win-win for me lah. Like I say, because I want time freedom also on top of financial freedom. Financial freedom is what everybody wants, but if you are not looking towards time freedom, then what are you here for? Yeah. So it depends on your goal also.